Hi guys, welcome back. It's Plant Genius. How you guys doing today? So today I'm going to be talking to you about 4 tiers of farming and growing. And what my favorite tier is, which the tier at the end, is called torpedo pots. So first we're going to start off with farming. So farming I put in the first tier because it's when you're growing, your goal is to create a consistent environment for your plants. So if we're going in terms of consistency, farming is the least consistent because it's such a wide range and wide span of growing space that it's harder to keep control in your area, your growing space, because again, there's too many variables and there's a wide range, right? And then we have our third tier, which is, I was, going back and forth between it being hydroponics or being raised beds, but if we're talking about, again, space and consistency, I'd have to go again with probably raised beds being the third tier, because it's when you're growing in raised beds, it's like, well, we cut down the amount of space that we're growing in compared to like farming, because farming, it's more of a wide range. And now we're just in a controlled, contained space, but it's still, there's still reactions to the environments. It's still acting on the soil. It's still acting on the area that's in. So it's good. It's more contained, and you can be more consistent in it because it's less space to manage, but it's still not as consistent as it could be. And then we have hydroponics as our second tier. Now, the reason why hydroponics is our second tier is because there's consistent watering, and it's in the space depending on if you do vertical farming or you're just doing well, I guess towers are actually vertical farming too, or just like hydroponic trays. So like that's more contained because now you can keep there's consistent water, you can check the nutrients, and the plant and the roots are easily visible for the most part. Now we have our fourth tier, which is my favorite, is called torpedo pot. So a torpedo pot pretty much is a combination of a raised bed and a hydroponic system because it has the consistent watering, but the thing that I like is organic, because for most hydroponic systems, they use like chemicals and like things to lower and raise the pH. But the soil can do that if it has the right organic compounds in it. But again, with inconsistency, it's hard for all that to be built in the soil. So when you have a torpedo pot, you have the soil, but you also have a watering system inside the pot. So now you have the shorter space, like a smaller space like the raised bed, where you can now have more consistency and actually maintain it. But also there's consistent watering, and now the plant is being tended to. So now it's easier for you to be able to let your plants grow and know that they're growing well because there's consistency, it's contained, and there's organic materials in it. That's what when you want to grow, you want to make sure you have aeration, consistency with water, nutrients, and sunlight, but that's because, photosynthesis. And again, a contained space. And torpedo pot has all those characteristics just because it's designed to be able to fully nurture your soil so the soil can nurture your plant. Because the whole essence of growing plants is being able to nurture the soil so the soil can nurture your plants. Because at the end of the day, the soil is a womb and your plant is the fetus. Like without a good womb, without a nutritional womb, with consistency and care to the plant will be able to develop to it can develop, but it might not develop to its full state. With torpedo pot, out of all the 4 tiers, we got farming, raised beds, hydroponics, then torpedo pots. Torpedo pot is the best one to give your plants the consistent growth and care that it needs to grow. Thank you guys for watching. And I just want to let you know, guys, growing isn't difficult. It's just the fact that you never learned how to grow. Now, you might watch videos on how to do like simple applications like mulching, or understanding aeration, or understanding soil microorganisms. But those are all concepts that you have to be able to bring back to your growing space and actually be able to incorporate. And sometimes it's hard to incorporate them because you don't understand what you're doing. You just got the information, you don't have the physical application. Thing that I like about torpedo pots, other than the consistency and a more manageable space, is the fact that it makes it easier on the grower actually, because now I don't have to go water because there's an automatic watering system. Now, you'll have to add like nutrients into the soil, but like not like consistency. It's more so just like reapplying after its use, because the only thing that the microorganisms need, which you're supporting when you're growing with your torpedo pot, it's just to have nutrients to be broken down. But microorganisms they break down with a consistent frequency. So it's not like everything's just broke down instantly. It gets slowly broken down and then put back into the soil so then the plant can use it, and it's a cycle. So like as long as you have healthy soil, organic soil like mushroom soil, and you put that in there and you put your seed in there, you're good. And the thing is, you don't even have to touch the soil. All you have to do, well, I mean, all you gotta do is plant the seed. But after you plant the seed, you're all good. So the thing that I really like about mushroom soil, like as I brought up earlier with growing a torpedo pot, is the fact that it already has like the beneficial microorganisms that you want. Because when you're growing in other organic mediums, like which is like a medium is like what you grow a plant in. So like other organic soils, pretty much, they have the beneficial microorganism in them. But sometimes like that mushroom soil, it has that good hyphae. Like that's what mushrooms are. So like when you see hyphae, that's like the white little like stringy stuff in the soil, like that really good smelling soil that's like all nutrient dense and like warm and stuff. That's that mushroom soil because it already has the hyphae breaking down the nutrients in there. So then now when you plant your plant in there, it's gonna connect with the plant. The plant's gonna be like, yeah, I want to work with you. And the mushroom's like, yeah, we got you. Then they work together. The mushrooms help break down the nutrients, bring it in there. And they also help the plant also communicate with the bacteria as well because they're breaking down the nutrients so the bacteria can take it in. And the thing, what that whole system is called the World Wide Web. So what the World Wide Web is how microorganisms like mushrooms or fungus and bacteria connect with plants to make nutrient more available and to help plants be able to grow and develop more efficiently for you to have more efficient produce, pretty much. For your produce to be more nutrient dense and more beneficial to you and your your gut, like the soil microorganisms in the soil. They're very similar. So when you're curating this process and helping to create and develop the system, but when you eat that food, you're also helping to create and develop the system in your gut. And the same beneficial actions that they're doing for the plants is going on in your body as well. So it's just really important to be able to understand the system, but also understand how to create the system. If you guys don't want to create the system, but still want the benefits, you can get a torpedo pot because it does everything that you need. And what we call the system is seed to table, because all you have to do is plant the seed into the pot, let it grow by itself, and then you go and harvest it and everything is done. It's phenomenal. It's, Imagine never having to go to the supermarket again because all you had to do was plant a seed and then you went outside to harvest your food and then you stored it and saved it and now it's all good. Like, isn't that tough? Like, cause everyone's worrying about everybody's being more conscious about the food that they're eating and where they're gonna get their food, where is it being sourced from, how is it being grown. People are turning to, growing outside, starting their own gardens, but people don't understand how to grow the gardens or understand the right way to do it. And obviously the best way is organic, because organic makes your plants more nutrient dense. And the reason why I started to even go this direction with organic and to try to grow my own food is because with me personally, I wanted to eat healthier. And for my mom, my mom and my family, we just wanted to have healthier and better foods for our system, but also less food that we have to go to the supermarket and buy, and less food that we have to worry about not having. Because again, shopping costs are getting higher for food and the nutrient content is getting lower and lower. And sometimes my mom wouldn't be able to be at home all the time because, she's at work. She's an entrepreneur herself. She's out here, she's a cosmetologist, so she's out here braiding and doing all the work that she needs to do. And I was just let me grow food for my family and let me teach them how to be healthier so we can be healthier. And for herself, when you have healthier food, you're making your body healthier because you're eating that nutrients, so then your body can be happy and healthier. And I know that for her, when you eat food, you want energy from it. So I wanted her to be able to either come home and be able to have nutrient rich food and then be able to have energy after her long day, or starting her day off, she can eat something good from out the garden. And then, her day is already filled with nutrients and then her gut's happy, reducing her stress, allowing her have better response to her day and her environment. And then everything just works out amazing. It's just crazy. But I'm telling you guys, I'm here to walk you through how to grow in whatever area you are. But I'm telling you, if you want less stress and more food and more nutrients, get you a torpedo pot. It's the best thing. It's the best thing to have, and it's the best thing to use in any situation. You can use it inside, outside, and all you gotta do is connect to a water system, get you some mushroom soil, and then plant your seed. And then you come back in three or 4 months, collect your harvest, and start over again. And if you need me, I'll be there. I'll help you walk through the steps of what you're going to grow. I'll walk you like all the growing seasons. I'll come help plant the seeds for you, or I'll walk you how to do it yourself. And I'm just here for you guys to have your own garden eaten in your backyard. I want everybody to be able to have healthy and happy food for just a better lifestyle in general, because that's what we need right now. Like food, there's a food crisis. There's truly just a food crisis. And again, not being aware of how your food's being produced is an issue, because again, you don't know how that's affecting your body. And be able to grow that at home, know everything that's going into it, which is literally just soil and water and microorganisms helping develop your plant. How much more do you need? Like, that's safety and security all in your backyard. And then all you gotta do is grow and secure. So I just want to thank you guys for listening in and watching, and just get with me, let me know if you guys want a tomato pot, want to know how to grow on it, and I'll catch you later. Thank you guys for watching. It's Plant Genius here. Peace out.